I think there's a lot of voter fraud. Right. Like I say, people don't realize certain neighborhoods in particular, they bust people around to vote.
They do what?
They bust them around. They put them in a bus and they move the poll site to poll site.
Like what kind of neighborhoods?
Oh, I don't want to say.
Oh, like minority neighborhoods, like black neighborhoods and Hispanic neighborhoods?
And Chinese too.
Oh. Why do they do that? Just to get like more votes for Democrats or?
Almost themselves. They're all running for office.
Oh yeah, for like their candidates for when they're.
For the assembly, for whatever. They get buses and they move people around.
Well, New York doesn't have voter ID laws, right? New
No,
York?
you can't. You cannot ask.
They what?
They can't ask for voter ID.
Why's that? They can't.
The law. The law says you can't ask somebody. Which they really should be able to do. You know, I don't think it's too much to ask somebody to show some kind of an ID.
Yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, you have to show an ID for everything else.
Right. You go into a building, you got to show them your ID.
Well, you're the commissioner, you said, of the Democratic Election Commissioner. So if you think there's voter fraud and you think there should be voter ID, why don't people listen to you? I mean...
Well, that's because the New York State Legislature makes the laws. I don't make the laws.
And you're saying there's a lot of absentee ballot fraud, too.
Oh, there's thousands of absentee ballots. I know where they came from.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, Hillary Clinton doesn't support voter ID laws. Like,
I know. That's why I'm not always crazy about everything the Democrats do either. Blasio just gave out ID cards.
He what?
He gave out ID cards to Blasio. You don't have, you know, that's in lieu of a driver's license, that you can use it for anything. Well, they didn't vet the people to see who they really are. Anybody could go in there and say, I'm Joe Smith, I want an ID card. It's absurd. You're going to see a lot of fraud. Not just voter fraud, all kinds of fraud.
What a waste of taxpayer money.
That's why I'm getting more conservative as I get older.
Well, maybe you won't vote for Hillary. I don't know.
I would, but I have no choice.
Well, not only just like voter ID because of like voting twice, but like people can like cover their faces. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All the Muslims could do that too. You know who they are.
De Blasio wants to let them in New York.
He doesn't care. What does he care? Who's going to pay for it? You are. Your tax money.
The Muslims, yeah, especially like all those burqas. Like someone could claim, oh, it's my religion, but then you don't know if they're pretending or not.
Exactly. Your vote isn't really counted because they can go in there with a burqa on and you don't know if they're a voter.
You don't what?
Yes. Your vote gets discounted because they come in with a burqa on it and they can vote. People think, you know, it's a liberal thing to do, but I take my vote seriously. And I don't want 10 other people coming in negating my vote by voting for the other candidate when they're not even registered voters.
Are you sure you're a Democrat?
Sometimes not.
Are you sure you're a Democrat?
I'm only telling you this.